Annyeong, it's Mikey here. Thank you guys so much for helping me just constantly supporting this channel and, the fact that it's come so far. I can't believe it's very close to 3K subscribers now, and hopefully we can go surpass that. Now, today I'm going to be doing a video on 3 different switches, 3 different magnetic switches. We got the rice pudding, we got the king of magneto, and we got one more as well. Now, I'm not showing it right now, but we're going to go straight into the video, and I'm going to give you guys a better look at all 3 switches compared to even the older ones and see which one is my favorite. So first thing we're going to do is quickly do a backlight test with the switches I've used for this video, which is the Jade Pro, the Moyu, the Gion Raw, the Rice Pudding, the King of Magnet, and the Latenpow, and the Lecker switches. So as you can see there, the Rice Pudding has the most amount of light that's coming through the whole switch. It doesn't actually have its own diffuser, so it actually brings out a lot of light throughout the whole switch instead of just the one section of the switch. So you can see, like, the Moyu has like almost no backlighting, while the rest of them have decent backlighting. And of course, we're trying to see here, like, is there different colors that come out of it depending on the switch? So most of them are quite similar to each other in terms of the color accuracy, while the Jade Pro, I would say, has its own lighting, just because as you can see here, like, the color of this housing is affecting it, and so is the King of Magnet actually. So I'm using more of a white light for the backlight, and then I'm using yellow. But as you can see, like, the Jade Pro gives a completely different color profile compared to the actual light used, and the King of Magnet is nicer, but it still has a little bit because of the bottom housing. Now, I'm gonna do a stem mobile test. I apologize, I've lost these thin tweezers I normally use, so I'm using just regular tweezers. It's a bit more difficult to really get the stem mobile in. So please do go check out the other videos that I have done before with the Wooting ADHD, which has a little bit more of an accurate stem mobile test. But in general, the Lecker V2s have improved their stability when you're pressing it down. Obviously, it's still not perfect. I would say out of all these switches right now, the Leckers have the worst shake, or worst stem mobile, as you can see. But it's really not bad compared to what it used to be. Now, the new ones that I'm doing the review on, they are box stems. So once pressed down, you're going to get almost no stem mobile at all, right? Like, at the top, you will get some, but on the bottom, when it gets all the way down to the bottom, because of the box stem, you're getting very, very, very little stem mobile, almost none. Now, apologize, it just has a bit of dust that I'm tried to clean off but didn't fully clean off on these switches. But yeah, as you can see there, right, like, the Gion Raws have a little bit of stem mobile, the J Pros have a little bit of stem mobile. I'd say the Leckers have it the worst, but the other switches are not too bad. And I think, yeah, these box stems, they work really, really well. Now, just giving you guys more of a breakdown in terms of all these switches, what is actually my favorite? I think out of all of these right now, the new Latenpow and the Rice Pudding are actually becoming my favorites. One, because very little stem mobile, and the feel is really, really smooth. And the fact is, this Latenpow actually also sounds quite good. I think it almost has the sound of, like, none of the Hall effect switches have. Like, you know how there's that little back, I would say, like, hard to say, what is it? It's like a Hall effect switch sound. It's just from the springs and the magnet and the weight of the magnet. But I think this one and the Rice Pudding, like, they're really, really good. I actually really like them. I think these are going to become my new all the time ones. I just want to let you know, I didn't put in the Jade Max in here in this video, only because there has been some quality control issues that people have been reporting, and I don't want to be putting in a video where people think, oh my goodness, it sounds so good, I'm going to get it, and then they get something that's bad quality. So we didn't add it to this video, but I think out of all this new set so far and all the switches I've tried so far, these two are going to be my favorite. It's going to be the Latenpow and the Rice Pudding. So if you are interested, take a look in the links below. So what I'm doing now, I want to go give you guys a little bit of a update in terms of the TX stabilizers. Now, I've had someone comment saying that the TX stabilizers were getting sticky, and my apologies, guys. Like, I sincerely apologize, because I said I'm using them, and I did, and I also ran into the same issue. And some of you guys might have seen my previous video and gotten them. So I realized what was causing it, and it's actually these paddings underneath the stabilizer housing. So you see that padding right there? That's causing the stickiness. I fixed my stickiness issue by putting lube over it. Now, there's going to be a couple ways you can actually go about this. One is to clean off all the lube on there with, like, a tissue, paper towel, clean it completely off, and then use some tape. Like, you have masking tape or some kind of tape, you can tape over it so that it doesn't stick on there. That thing is actually incredibly sticky. Like, I don't know why or how it was made, but it's incredibly sticky. So one of the solutions I was suggesting
is put tape over it and then put your stabilizers in. Or if you have, like, say some stabilizers come with a little, um, it's like a little holding in place thing, put that on top. It really helps. But if you're looking for something very simple, a very simple solution, is just lube it up. Like, put lube on there and it'll help a lot with the stickiness. Like, I sincerely apologize if any of you guys are going through that issue, but this is what I did, and let me just show you guys what it sounds like and how it is after. Also, one more thing, when you're putting in the screws as well and for the stabilizers, don't tighten it too much. I also realized if you tighten it too much, it gets sticky again. So not too tight, but also not too loose. If you do it too loose, it also is not very smooth because it's constantly moving around, like the whole housing is moving. So you want to just barely tight enough. Like screw it all the way in until it's completely done, and then slightly loosen it up. That's my solution. So best way to do it is really tighten it all the way, like how I'm using my electric screw, tight all the way, and then slightly let it loose. That's like the best method. So slightly let it loose and it should be good to go.
So let me know down below in the comments which one was your favorite out of all of these different switches. And I have to admit, like, even compared to the older switches like the Gatorons, these new ones are really good and good. Really, I would say, are good switches. The rice pudding, though, is not technically new, but yes, as you guys know, it was a new updated version compared to the sticky rice, which did have a magnetic issue, but they did make a V2, which definitely was supposed to fix that. Now, yeah, I gotta admit, like, magnetic switches are definitely coming their way, and I think, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more, and soon, hopefully soon, we will see magnetic switches be just as good as almost custom mechanical switches. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be perfect because of the way the magnetic switches work and the springs as well as the weight of the magnet, but hopefully one day we see something almost close to it and we can do more modifications. Now, I'm gonna have more videos that are coming up with different modifications as well as a build guide on a 60HE and hopefully a build guide on the 80HE with more things that come out. So hopefully you guys check out the other videos I got, and I'll bring up more things in the future. So I'll see you guys next time.